theories is now we can't actually turn this into anything because it's like 18 different ideas from
yes,
pieces kind of put together.
highly derivative. Yes.
And I turn off camera.
Okay. I'm sure that's just fine.
I mean, world building is a lot easier when you just take, everyone else's worlds and just mash them together.
That's right. All right, Alex.
I'm just looking for the character. You hear this? I'll take
Sure.
the maintenance clone.
So, Matt, out of curiosity, how much did you just go unilateral on the hologram? Because it seems like some of my ideas kind of sort of made it in there, but I don't know if that's just wishful thinking on my part, and you just already had an idea for what you wanted the hologram to be.
None of the victory conditions. I don't know which I really just took the victory conditions from the troubleshooter and gave them to the hologram. I literally copied and pasted them. I had lots of ideas for the hologram. One was based on Yoon's suggestion that it be like a remote learning person or like a remote worker or something. I thought that was cool. I tried to make a grad student who'd be here working on classes or something like that, but tech support eventually won the day when I could only fit 2 special abilities on it.
I think you cannot pick the second compromat. It's third action for you.
What's
yeah, I was just making sure I could take the second compromat. I'm not sure exactly where it went, though, but
well, at minimum, the artifact survival is kind of sort of. I think the troubleshooter probably should have been the hologram victory conditions, and the hologram's victory conditions should have been the troubleshooters.
Maybe, but it makes more sense for the hologram not to care about survival and stuff like that because he's not there on the station.
My turn is done. It's just that I lost the compromat.
I get you, and we're just gonna play on as though that compromat doesn't exist. I have no idea where it went, but you're fine. And so, Andy, you can take your turn.
Okay. So I wanted to go to the commander, but now I have to figure shit out. Okay, so they're there.
And you forgot put disc on clones.
Oh, yeah, all good.
And that was my second choice, mate clones. So this is requiring me to reestablish my options here. Let me look at humans. The cameras are off. Okay. I will. Sorry, my mouse is being really annoying here with the scroll wheel. Like, my scroll wheel has been broken for a while now, which is going to be a huge pain in the ass because I don't know how to zoom in and out. Okay, I'll leave it there. All right, so I'm going to suborn the troubleshooter. And the troubleshooter is going to... Now I need to figure out... Okay, sorry. I'm going to have to create cameras real quick to fix this problem.
Well, tell us what you want the troubleshooter to do. And
the troubleshooter is going to move tunnel rat-wise. I can do that.
Yep.
Move and pick up that compliment.
All right.
And now I can set up my cameras.
I'll suborn the counselor. Find the counselor, and I will pick up the compromat and move to storage. Yeah, move to storage. I'm done. Hayes.
I'll suborn the inspector. Okay, so I can pick up the compromat.
Yep.
Move him over to the physics lab. Okay.
All right, I'm moving the turn marker and Peter.
Yes. I take consult. I move to security station.
Yep.
And I manufacture evidence.
Oh, I didn't see that the consort. Yeah,
Turn
that's
the
right.
cameras off. Yeah, it says that felt like a setup. That felt like the.
Well, yeah. I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known that because I totally would have done the same thing. But it's cool.
All right, so I'll activate the commander.
Yes.
And here we go. Just move to.
Okay.
I want to do that, but no.
Oh, is the
I'm going to.
dive suit usable by anyone or just the Daredevil?
It's usable by anybody.
Okay.
I should say any robot or human.
No holograms.
Yeah, yeah, hologram would have a tough time
No
with it.
holograms are data entities.
Or items, so the rat's not gonna work out too well in that. I don't think the dog would make it.
I'm going to suborn the consort. And the consort's going to
Billionaire
turn the
with the
cameras
dive
on.
suit.
Yeah, the consort should have grabbed the dive suit for free.
The legal bot can grab it now.
Let's suborn the legal bot. Activate the legal bot. Legal bot's gonna move to the security station.
Oh, it's a party in the security station.
I'm done.
I'm above it. Can't quite get there.
You see how I suppressed my comments on the design of the rings, Matt?
Just now or
I mean, it's the only time it's happened, so yeah.
I'll suborn the maintenance clones. Yeah, so move this way and pick up the loot along the way. So
Yes, that
Gamma
is
has the loot.
legal. Gamma has the loot. All right, I'm moving the turn marker, and Peter.
I take troubleshooter.
Then why are you going to all of my people?
And I kill the legal. He's annoying robot.
This is what I think about you lawyers. Smash.
This is a fun one. All right, I'll activate the maintenance. Oh, sorry, I don't need that. I don't need that cube. Just need this. Oh,
It's okay. Everything's all right. Loot goes back there. This cube was on the commander. That cube was on the clones.
all good. Okay. So I take the maintenance clones, and I'll just go there.
You won't
pick
be
up-
able to pick that up because you only get one action. So
But
you'll
isn't
move.
the pickup free? Or you only get-
Remember, compromat is uncovered. It is not picked up. It should be a different shape. I haven't fixed that yet. But so no, you cannot.
Okay.
It's not an item. It takes
Okay,
an action.
okay,
Is what I'm trying to say. You can
Okay,
move there, but you
so-
don't have to move there. But
Make it a triangle with the Illuminati eye.
oh, that's not bad. All right, taking the note.
Okay. You know, I don't want to hold everyone, so I'll just move here,
Okay.
action, and stay there.
Okay. You can also
You can.
if you
have
activate,
one more
you could
action.
move. Yes, but you could use it to do the wait action, which is rare, but you can use it. And if you want to, you can return your activation disc from alpha. So you would take your disc and you'd put it back in front of you. This is to try to set the character up for more actions in the future. I don't know if it's helpful here, but or maybe it makes it even worse for you. I don't know, but it's just an option.
It's an interesting option, but I think I'll leave it like that for the moment.
Okay.
You can grab the helmet.
Or you can pick up compromat with engineer if you want.
He didn't want to. Well, doesn't matter. Andy.
I will suborn the hologram,
Oh no.
and the hologram is
Anywhere.
going to magically transport to the security room because I heard that's where the party is. And is going to revive the medical bomb.
Now, the hologram cannot fix anything
Wait,
itself.
what? It doesn't have jury rig?
Does not. It's a hologram.
But it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about not having jury rig. Cannot possess items or data, uncover compromat, space bodies, or be attacked. Items manufactured by tech support are placed in the section.
Yes. but
Nothing
if you-
here.
Well,
Nothing.
look at the ability, Andy. Just read the ability.
Co-located Yeah, but you call it jury rig.
Call it tutorial.
But
jury
you are
rig.
not
I
human
can-
order, but
It's terrible. Fine. Gross. Okay, fine. This is gonna go back. It was here.
Yes.
It was a waste. All right. Instead, I will suborn the commander.
Hunter has a lot of friends.
And the commander's gonna go up here.
Chem lab. There it
Chem
is.
lab is here.
No reason. I see people grouped up. I just have this urge.
Okie dokie. I'm sure this is gonna be just fine. Just fine. All right. All right. All right.
What's going on over here, Matt?
Over where? Oh, that is the someone requested, and it's a good idea. Is an icon that shows data being destroyed because there's two places where data is destroyed if
Okay.
it enters, and those are the two places. I haven't made a legend for that icon yet, or the new system actions icon, which you'll also see on the mainframe and the security station.
that was
but
my idea.
it's a good idea, Peter. It's just I
But
haven't been
the
able to
system-
We're just gonna have
System
Peter be like
action
Brendan's
icon.
designer on this game.
seriously.
I
But I'm going to suborn I don't know if that's gonna really.
You just had more ideas actually make it into the game than I have.
First officer, no, because that. So the legal bot, because he's been murdered, is not a conspirator, so I can't suborn the first officer anymore. So, I'm going to suborn the troubleshooter. I'm going to activate the troubleshooter. I'm going to do one action, which is to smash the consort. Oh, can I smash the consort? Am I fast talked? No, can't smash the consort. All right.
You can bring back the legal bot.
Yeah, I can revive the legal bot, but that's probably going to be a turn too late for what I predict will be a spamming of evidence out into the universe. So, what am I going to do?
The people have a right to know.
I'm going to take a shot. Yeah, I'll take a shot at it.
Which people?
I'll revive the. I'm going to revive the legal bot with the troubleshooter. We're going to shoot some trouble, and I'm done with my turn.
And for me, the system action icon look like some bacteria.
Looks like what? A
Like-
bacteria?
yeah.
Yeah. Peter, I never pretended to be good at this job, man. Graphic design is not my thing. I'm hopeful that someone will come up with something better.
I have a feeling that we might just end up going with like, Matt's art. We'll just buy all the
all
Matt. You
the
need to give us all of the
stuff I
like,
copied from the
art.
internet.
Yeah. And we're just gonna end up shipping this.
Yeah, I have nightmares about that, Andy. That's legit nightmare stuff.
The square rooms are 0G, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm trying to see, like, the clones could go over here and pick up the compliment, right?
They could, yes.
Yeah, let's just do that then.
All right, I'm moving the turn marker, and Peter.
Yes. I take consort and I send evidence to Alpha.
Okay.
The engineer's already at the forward array.
And to the commander.
All right. I will activate the security bot. And move here. And then here.
Okay. Andy.
A lot of things that need to happen. I will suborn the first officer. And I may reveal first. I'm considering it. a super terrible idea. It's just so good for its. All right. Sorry, my scroll wheel is still messed up, so I need to figure out. Okay, so I will reveal as the troubleshooter. As such, the first officer now has tonal rat and jury rig.
Yes.
Sorry, but what is jury rig?
Jury rig allows you to repair robots in sections.
I will move the first officer to the hub.
Anything else, Andy?
Yes. I'm going to use my compromat with the first officer. I'm going to move into the rear airlocks, and I'm going to put on a helmet. It will put on.
I get it.
There we go.
And you should put this on him.
It's the fastest moving first officer, I think, in the history of.
That is that. I've one turn from security to rear airlocks has got to be a record for the first officer. All right.
Usually, he doesn't even move.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the commander compromat
Oh no.
to betray all you
That's not
jerks,
nice.
and then I'm
That's not
going
nice.
to. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna suborn the clones. And Gamma is going to pick up the dive suit and move free. And then
I should have picked up the dive suit. I'm
to the
stupid.
machine shop. All right, I'm done.
I didn't realize that dive suit was actually still available.
Hayes.
Everyone just ran past it.
Sad.
I'm a quarter. I'm gonna suborn the engineer. Pick up a compliment. Gotta collect them all. And he's gonna go to the forward hub.
All right, I'm moving the turn markers. And Peter.
Yes. Hmm. I take stow away. I move him here. Big helmet. And move here.
So Matt, I left the commander cube because you used the compromise that it moves all the cubes on the card to.
Yes, that's a special compromat or whatever, but yes, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, thank you. So I'll have to take a new card. I'll take the counselor. I'm not sure why this dragging keeps happening, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then I'm gonna take the weapon. Counselor's gonna take the weapon. And then I'll move them here.
Sure.
I feel like we need to rename the troubleshooter. Tech support, hologram, and troubleshooter. Maybe a bit too similar. Okay, so I will spawn the now uncompromising commander. And they're going to go over here, pick up a helmet, and
Are you done, Andy?
I am.
All right, I'm. Oh. Never mind. I'm going to. Born the inspector. I'm going to pick up the artifact. Going to move 1, 2, and I'm done. Hayes.
Okay.
I wonder if we might need to have like a reach or like some kind of like the root reach chart where we have like recommended chaos and anti-chaos characters. 'Cause I could see games being too chaotic and too not chaotic, too boring. Depending
Yes,
on
we'll have to see how
the
it plays
characters.
out. I still wish you good luck in trying to just pick a basic character set, but we'll see. Hayes.
Yeah. Okay. Just.
No worries, no rush. Just
I got a meeting next Saturday planned with Joshua Yearsley from Leader, just to try to pick his brain on how to possibly make this rulebook work. Like, who do I know that has written a rulebook for a super asymmetric game?
That sounds promising.
We'll see.
So let me see what the stowaway just showed up.
Stowaway just showed up.
Let's see. Okay, this might be kind of silly, but let's get the hologram. So you can teleport anywhere right now, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Which I wasted my turns on before realizing what it couldn't do.
Some things I can do.
So hologram can do.
Go up to the bridge and get a compromat.
So he cannot pick up compromat is
Oh,
one of
he
the
can't?
things he can't do.
Okay.
If you look on his little thing, it says he can't possess items or data, can't uncover compromat
Oh, okay.
or space bodies or be attacked. But the things he's most useful for have to do with sections or if you need a robot fixed.
It's worth noting, though, that compromat is neither data nor items.
Now, as it stands right now, you could go to the shred room and pick up a compromat by activating the shred room section.
Oh, really? Pick up compromat.
Yeah, that needs to be reworded anyways. So I guess that's not the case. I guess I'm wrong about that.
Okay.
But I'm making a note because that wording needs to be revisited anyway.
This thing picking up all that I need. Okay, I'm gonna get the daredevil. Ugh, these things are sticking. Okay.
Sorry, we got you. Daredevil.
I'm getting a lot of lag, that's fine.
Okay. Not a problem.
And if we're going to use space, I was going to mention this at some point, but if we're going to use space as a verb, we're going to have to mention what exactly that is for the non BSG people in the room.
What are you saying, Andy?
Space as a verb, we're going to need to mention what that is. Because space bodies is what it looks like right now.
Oh. Yes, I guess that's true. It is mentioned in the actions section, but yes, that's a good point.
Okay, so Daredevil's going over there.
Daredevil's going over there. Okay, I'm going to move the turn marker and Peter.
I take the legal. I turn off jammers. Turn on.
Yep. I got you.
And I move.
You know what music I often have in my
No,
head when I play
maybe.
this game?
What's that?
The Strauss Watts from 2001.
Sure.
That should be like suggested background music.
That's not
It
bad.
does look a bit like the ship and that just spins around for minutes.
Exactly.
I have a question, Matt.
Sure.
You remember you told me at the start that there's a new way, like you spend the entire turn removing a cube
Yes.
from.
So
Yes.
if you do your turn to renegotiate and you basically skip your turn, you can take
Yeah.
one cube back off of any character out here.
Yeah.
And your disc.
Okay, so I'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Because I've lost the commander. I'm a bit. I'll take that back here from the security bot.
Sure.
Okay.
And
So
I'll also
that's
take
my
your disc
entire-
back.
And
that
it's
is your
my
turn.
turn.
Perfect. Andy.
I will suborn the medical bot. And, you know, everyone's pretty healthy, so I think they're just going to move into an escape pod right now.
Isn't it 3 moves?
He used the tunnels due to his conspiracy ability, gives Tunnel Rat to his conspirators.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in good shape. All right, is that it, Andy?
I'm deciding, and I think so.
The medical bot heard there's a lot of downed humans on Earth.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I want to live, damn it. I'm going to. Oh man. I'm going to renegotiate. I'm going to pull my cube off of legal. I'm going to pull my disc. And I'm done. Hayes.
Oh, I just noticed the escape tokens. Fancy.
Fancy. They're awfully big and goofy, but I figure by the time the character's gone, it doesn't really matter.
So jammers are on or off?
Jammers are back on. Somebody turn them back on.
Okay, they should right.
Yes, that's the way it should be. Yes, good job.
Okay. Okay, we'll activate the inspector. Head down 1, 2. Make sure we pick up the weapon. Get a crowbar. Or a crow hammer.
That was my plan to take the weapon. Did you move turn?
I have not. I'll move the turn right now. And Peter.
I will reveal self as stowaway. And I activate self. And I go to pot to the medical.
That spot is reserved, sir.
Quick question, Matt. I'm
Yes.
not absolutely sure. What are all the options to open those places where there's a locked door like this?
So the only way to unlock them is to either walk through it when you have command, or use a breacher ability like the engineer has, or if the station ever goes into abandoned ship, then all the locks get removed.
Okay. Okay, and abandoned ship is only at the very last second, right? So just
Yes,
wondering.
although right now there's a commander sitting in the bridge, ready to press the command, ready to call for an early abandoned ship or any of these other lovely things, whenever they want to.
Supposedly.
Interesting. Thank you. So I'll activate the commander and trigger abandoned ship.
Okay. I will put a marker here. and
Self-destruct
we'll
is
take
far
off
more
all
fun.
the locks. And that's just one action. You have a second action with the command.
I don't think I need anything else. Oh, self-destruct could be even funnier.
There's
I'm sorry.
You could
compromat
grab
in
a
there.
You
compromat.
can compromise.
Indeed. Sorry, I was looking at the command actions. I'll take a compromat for sure.
Or you can launch our pod.
That is also an option.
All right,
So
Alex, are you done?
actions are there.
Andy.
So many possibilities. Okay. All right, I will suborn. Activate the first officer, and this first officer is going to move into escape Houdini and grab this compromat.
What does the gas in the cryo lab do?
It prevents, you can't go into there unless you have a helmet if you're a human.
I feel like maybe characters should have a chaos number, and then the recommendation is like the chaos number shouldn't be like combined shouldn't be more than like 20.
Yes, I think you sent me a list of the reach chart or something from Root previously, and that may be called for. This has been a very peaceful game, although I'll tell you, I've contemplated murdering people numerous times. I just haven't been able to pull it off. Due mainly to defensive abilities, but really struggling. Jammers are on. That's where it's fine. Commander, where is the commander nowadays? Oh, on the bridge.
Commander's still
Where she belongs.
Yeah. Doing her duty.
Um. All right, I'm going to reveal. I'm going to reveal the inspector. And
Man, if somebody's a first officer, they got it easy.
I will going to activate the maintenance clones. I'm going to have Gamma hand the dive suit as well as the loot to the inspector. And done with my turn.
Does the OSHA ship work like a pod? You have
Yes.
to set a timer?
It works like a pod. You would set a timer or launch, but you don't need abandoned. Well, it's abandoned ship now, so I guess it doesn't matter. But it can only be launched or set a timer on by someone with jury rig or a badge. So the hologram, or the troubleshooter, or the inspector, or someone like that.
Not the hologram.
The hologram can launch things. It can do section actions, so it can launch things.
Well, the hologram do not have jury rig, or yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
You can teach someone how to fly it.
Yes, it can
Not
teach
until
someone
I-
how to
Not
land.
until I suborn it.
Daredevil, pick up the nanomeds, and walk over here. Not down by hazard, so you can just walk into space.
Yes. Straight up, not down by hazards, can move into a free hazard per activation. So yes, can just move into space.
Oh, it's a free move. Yeah, why not? I don't know how he does it.
No one does.
He can take breath for a long time.
Yes, something like that. Although I'm under the impression you shouldn't try to hold your breath.
This is,
in a
wow,
vacuum.
this is, yeah. This is very Event Horizon of the Daredevil.
I suborn legal,
Whoa.
and I activate consort. I turn off jammers. And I send evidence.
I think Beeson is the only one that has turned the jammers on or off.
Yeah,
For
because
his-
I am very stupid. I sent evidence to stow away.
Go.
Quite a bit behind. What can I do? We'll move from the commander to the counselor.
Okay. Let's add to my little party and get the legal bot. Oh, I didn't see that the legal bot had 3 cubes on it. Come on.
Yes, you can.
Come on. I was gonna get the legal bot. I was gonna get the legal bot off the station. Beezing. There's no need for that. It was going to be gone from the game. You just lost cubes for nothing. All right, so that's my plan. Now I need to figure out, I guess, the security instead. I guess I do the security instead. Right. Okay, so I will do this. Oh, but I don't have the... Ah, so dumb. Because I don't have that now, so I can't actually do it. Like I could have done it with a legal bot. And the clones. Where are the clones again? Here. So it's 2. Put it on the clones. This is the worst. Okay. That's so not worth it. That's -1 right there. Okay. I will do 1, 2, and spend Matt for 3. Uh,
Hmm.
you need to consult me before you start messing with my robots, Bizane.
Yeah, your robots.
I'm gonna move to escape pod McQueen, and I'm done. Hayes.
I have a thing on medical? Yes, I do.
I'll suborn the maintenance close. So 2 and 2. Oh, that hit me. I'll activate Alpha. So 1 free move,
Mm-hmm.
1 to get the helmet.
And you still get another move.
See, is there anything else possible in fuel cells besides destroying them?
No, not. Looks like the place has been thoroughly raided.
Alright.
I'm moving the turn marker, and Peter.
Yes, I use commander. Oh, maybe not. Yes, it will work.
I think the tech support hologram should be a robot, but
I use my comper on inspector, and he will damage his spot.
Fine.
things are not looking good. Things are not looking good for the inspector.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks, Peter. Just don't
and I
post
use
whatever you're gonna
commander
post.
to launch or pot.
No!
Things
You
are
are the
not
worst.
looking good for the inspector.
You
What
are
happened
the
to its
worst. It explodes with everyone on board. So, I chose poorly. Chose very, very
Actually,
poorly.
I think I can launch only my pod, but it never mind. And I move. No, I take comper.
Couldn't you have canceled it?
I could have canceled the damaging my own pod. I did not see that I was about to be launched. I thought I might get
Oh.
a turn to get out of there and take my dive suit and ride it, but I didn't think I
You were
could
going to
score
be
enough
launched
points.
this turn. You were going to be launched this turn one way or another. 'cause
I sort of
honestly,
thought that I would be fine in there, but I wasn't planning on compromat, and I didn't perceive the risk.
Yeah, nice peaceful
I was.
game.
If he didn't do it, I was going to do it. I was going to move somebody in there first, but
And then launch it.
launch. Yes.
But I would have survived that.
I thought you wanted to do something else. Never mind. Yeah, I wasn't going to damage your pod.
Alright, I moved the commander twice.
This is the. What does the commander have there? Okay.
Doing these big fancy things.
We got the robots out.
So really, I just need to start taking cubes back, I guess. So I'll just take I'll take a cube back, and I'll take my activation disc.
Actually, I put 3 cubes on legal because of his NDA.
I'm
What's that?
sorry. What?
Because he can send NDA data.
I'm not.
Nothing.
I'm not sure I follow.
Nothing prevents him from renegotiating with legal. Now he loses points for doing it, but that's yeah. He may have better things to do with his cubes.
Wait. Why do I lose points?
I think you get points for surviving conspirators. Is that true, or maybe not true?
Yes.
And he is not a
Oh.
conspirator of yours anymore.
He's not a conspirator. He's not a conspirator if I. But he's a robot, so he's worth more as a robot than he is as a.
These are separate victory conditions, so.
So it could be 3 points. Oh, I was not aware of that. So the medical bot is 3 points.
Medical bot is 3 points, all by its lonesome.
Well. Let me reconsider now. That's a point. Well, I mean, I'm gonna lose that point. It's yeah, I'm gonna lose that point because I'm over my cubes. So it's a wash either way.
Okay.
So
Are you
yeah.
done?
Well, I'm passing, so I guess I am.
I am going to activate Counselor. And I'm going to anybody else gonna get off the station alive? Tough, maybe.
Everyone is getting off the station.
Not a lot of pods left. The counselor is just going to worm tongue the consort a lot, and I'm done. Hayes.
Wait, is it a human?
Oh, that's a good point. I can't do that to the consort at all.
It used to be
was it-
human, right?
Yes. Is it red and yellow? Which 2 colors did I pull off? Red and green?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
believe you pulled off.
I think it was red and green.
I think it was red and green because
Yeah,
I
that's-
know it
that's
involved
right.
Peter, who just launched the fragments of my smoldering body into the atmosphere, and I'm looking for payback here. Man, there's a troubleshooter in here who's not to be just talked to. So instead, I'm going to activate the clones, and I'm going to have Gamma move to here, and I'm done. Hayes.
Let's see. Activate the engineer. But he doesn't have tunnel, right?
He does not.
Um, 1, 2.
Moving the turn marker, and Peter.
I will renegotiate on a contract.
Okay, Alex.
I will. Where am I now? Okay. I'll activate the counselor, and I'll have many options. I'll take the evidence.
Okay, picking up a copy of the evidence to the counselor.
Is it kept as an action, or is
It is one action to manufacture the evidence.
And then I'll just move the.
All right. And Andy?
I will suborn security bot. Move there.
Suborn the commander. 1, 2 to the bridge, and I'm done. Hayes.
Let's see, that's I'll just activate the engineer again and move one. Hello,
Peter.
security bot.
I renegotiate on legal. So Andy can be happy.
Alex.
All right. I'll go and put the cube on the security bot.
Whoa, what are you doing there? That's
can
2
only-
movements.
You'll get 1 move because there's a disc on security. There you go.
So
It's never gonna work for you, Alex. It's a waste. All I'm gonna do is move that robot back to the
Are you
ship.
done?
while everyone's doing
Alex?
all the characters.
And you lose CR cubes on robot when they come to magnetic container.
Andy.
So Beezy makes a valid point.
Everything's
the-
going to be fine. If he's able to move through magnetic containment in 1 turn, which he could, then he won't lose any cubes on them. It's only if they
Okay,
end
fine.
the player's turn.
I will. Is that still? I don't really see. I mean, I guess I can move the troubleshooter instead. But it's not worth as much. So, yeah, I'll just continue to move the security bot.
I will activate the commander again and release Project X. Oh, not helpful. Damage the reactor? Okay, that's helpful, I guess. Reactor is damaged. We gas a bunch of places. And that's my turn. flooding the rear compartment with radioactive gas was not my intention.
Whoops.
Well, it's not the engineer's intention either.
Good thing the Daredevil has nanomeds. 1, and we can drag the body.
Yes?
So that's 2. Okay, and... Oh yeah, that was a free movement, so I can use the nanomeds. Bring back the engineer.
That's true.
He was holding his breath a long time out there, just in case.
That's pretty impressive. He gets through the radio. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm moving the turn marker, and Peter.
So I also negotiate on legal.
Alex.
So you can't move at all if there's gas, right? It's not like it kills you or something.
Yes,
Can't
it'll
move
kill
there.
you if you move into it. The Daredevil's the only human exception. You can remove gas with a system action.
The engineer's compromat,
Mhm.
and then I'll move him in here.
He won't.
With the
He
gas.
won't. He will not down himself. Characters won't murder
Oh,
themselves.
okay. I thought you
Even
didn't know that there's gas.
no matter how embarrassing your video is, he's not gonna do that.
You can do a fire suppression to remove the gas first. Or that. All right, well, I was going to help you move the engineer out. People insist on working against me.
I'm going to renegotiate from this useless commander. Oops, that's not the commander. I'm going to renegotiate from this useless counselor. And I'm done with my turn. Hayes.
Let's see. 3 turns. And robots don't care about the gas, right?
Correct.
So this... Cool. Oh, Alpha has the helmet.
Oh, we're waiting, Alex. You have access to the commander, which can turn fire suppression and remove the gas, which will allow you to move the engineer out. Just trying to
I
tell
just
you
wanted
to do
the
that.
engineer.
Well, they'll die if they're not in the escape pod.
I know, but I'm trying to achieve something at the same time, and it's not gonna work.
Gotcha. Hayes.
Okay. All right. Activate the engineer. We can launch the pod. So that's a timer.
Yes.
Oh, so up here.
Yeah, we'll actually you can just put it right on the pod. It's fine.
Okay, so next turn.
Yep.
It flew away.
All good. Don't worry.
And second action. Nothing good here. I think so. The wait is just return the activation disk.
Which you can do. There's not a lot of downside to that, but yes.
I guess someone else could do 2 actions with them, but there's not much to do with them either.
Yes, he's kind of stuck. All right, I'm moving the turn marker. 2 turns left. Peter.
I also renegotiated again.
Negotiating with the lawyer, huh?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
I'll activate the commander, and I'll put down the gas.
Getting rid of the gas in the rear
Yeah.
airlocks or somewhere else.
Magnetic containment.
Okay.
It's one, right?
Yes, but the robots and stuff here don't care about the gas. But you can remove it if you
As
want.
a second action, can you do the same thing again and remove another gas?
Yes.
You certainly can.
So I'll remove the gas in. Can I really do this? Absolutely no time. I'll remove the gas in the magnetic containment and the rear hub.
Okay.
Oh, still trapped.
Are you done, Alex?
Sorry, I didn't put click the button.
No worries. That was kind of mean, removing all the gas except the ones that he wanted to remove.
Again, I have my own agenda. But,
Yeah, that's kind of that's some taunting right there. That's some showboating. Look at all the gas look at all the radiation I can pump out of this place. Andy.
I intended to remove my activation disk, but I forgot to do it. That's a wash. Actually, it's not even. Having cubes is better. Alright, I'll take my activation disk again, and I will take another disk back, or another cube back.
All right, I'm going to activate the clones, and this is for launching me into space, Peter. I'm going to free and then move to the forward array, and I'm going to broadcast the evidence to the authorities. And
Had I not had my activation disk, I would have moved the robot into the escape pod, or bribe the engineer out of the escape pod, then remove the robot into the escape pod.
Hayes,
But
there's 4 seats in that thing.
oh, Wow.
Actually, that evidence will not make me any problem.
What?
How do we ruin
It
him then?
says other
Ooh,
characters.
yeah, that's an interesting point. Yeah, no other character. It's been reworded. Never mind. I failed. Even in my revenge, I have failed.
Oh, I had a different plan to ruin that, because just send him to Vault X. You can get there.
Yes, yeah, no one ever accused me of being good at this game.
if I, so yeah, it's there. We need to make that clear that the ocean ship is 4 seats. That's 2 points that I just lost from not realizing that.
I think it's very clear to see.
It's all right. Hayes, you're
It
up.
may be clear to see.
Don't worry about the ship. We'll clear it up later.
Let me see. Security station. Can remove gas if we need to.
Why does this stupid dead inspector have the dive suit? Why were you even in there to begin with, Matt?
I wasn't going to score enough points. I needed there to be more chaos. I was worried this was going to be a very high-scoring game.
Ooh, okay. I think I see what to do. Oh, I took my disc back. That's why I couldn't find it. Maintenance clones. 1 action, but they get a free move there. We can get to the biolab. See what I'm.
Oh, it's going
Picking
to
up what
be
I'm putting down?
close. It's going to be close.
I take the hologram.
Oh,
I teleport to Cryo Lab to get the token.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's a little
That
weird. We all know
is-
what it is now.
That is weird. And that's weird. But that's an open question. I don't know how to fix that. But
and I move here.
Okay. So there's 1 turn, and then there might be 1 more turn. Is that it?
yes, this may be our last. This may be your last turn. There's a 2 in 3 chance this is your last turn right here.
Okay, but anyway, I'll take a chance. What happens if I take the antimatter out of the magnetic containment?
It will arm itself, and it will detonate
Which means
before.
nothing right now.
It will detonate before scoring, so it can trigger grudges. But that's the only thing it'll do.
I will leave it on the commander and remove that that thing here. The gas. Right
Okay,
there.
Andy.
Yeah.
This thing launched already. I think. Is that true?
Oh yeah, my turn. It launched.
Okay, I guess I won't do that.
Guess the hologram could have teleported on there.
Yeah, it begs the question: what happens if there's a hologram in a pod that launches? It's kind of confusing.
I think he can survive.
Yeah, how do you
Well,
kill a
he
hologram?
survived just fine. So the hologram is really just some guy in Boise or something calling in, and he's a virtual avatar here on the station. He's just connected
Oh, the
by a
artifact
phone
has
line.
to survive.
Well, the artifact surviving, I think, is just if he's a bonus, if he's your bonus card.
Okay, yeah. So there's no reason to kill it otherwise.
Yes. There's no reason to kill or save him. He's the one guy who's totally safe on the station is the guy who's not there.
I guess I'd take a cube just for tiebreakers. Because the thing that I was going to do, I cannot do.
All right, I'm going to activate the clone. I'm going to move to here. And I'm done.
You will die.
He has a helmet,
He's got a helmet.
Oh, okay.
which is good.
Good job, Alpha. Go get him, Alpha.
Well,
Make
I
sure
take
there's
off the
another-
helmet and reveal I was disguised as the maintenance clone all along.
Oh no, that wasn't part of the plan.
But I get all his possessions, right? The evidence and the helmet.
Yes, those all go
So I
to
can take it
you.
with me. And we'll activate the consort and walk out to the Voltex. The
Oh my
invincibility bubble.
goodness.
Oh, I forgot about Vault X. Oh, I would have. Oh. Oh.
Let's see if we get one more turn though.
No, that's
yes.
my plan.
No turns. All right, so thus ends the game, and this is brutal. I'll be in distant last place as usual. But let's count them up. So, Peter, you were the stowaway, and you should have scored some points
think we
here.
should do reveal powers and
Yes. Is there anyone unrevealed? Yeah. Who's unrevealed?
Revealed. Not revealed.
Oh, Alex, go ahead and reveal.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated. I was the counselor, but not exactly the counselor. I was the time
Jeez.
traveler.
Time traveling counselor. All right, that's gonna be messy. I will. Did you get away? No, you didn't get away.
No.
So the time traveler explodes and burns up on
Wait,
board.
what?
and that's gonna be bad. All right, so Peter Stowaway.
I sent evidence. I give evidence to news.
Sure.
Oh yeah, and I have
So
evidence.
give it to the news.
Who should I send
yes.
it to that hurts others?
I don't think there's anyone else who can get hurt by anything.
Or-
But you can give it to the company if you want to. It doesn't matter. At least I don't think it matters, but what do I know? All right, so Peter, you score 2 for surviving, 2 for the token, 2 for the news. That's 6. What was your bonus card, Peter?
Clones, and they did not survive.
None of them did. And did you have your bribe still? Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think there was not a lot of bribery in this game.
So I have 7.
Yes, 7 total. And then Alex, you were the time traveling whatever. You've got a bribe left. Didn't survive. Didn't get your portal. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, that makes some sense. So you didn't get your portal off. What was your bonus? Was your mole card? So 1 point for the time.
I almost did. With one more turn, since I had the counselor compromat, I could have gone into the magnetic containment. But everything
Yes.
went wrong, right? There was gas all over the place, and I tried to.
Yes.
I wanted to escape with you because you had the artifact, right? But you died. So.
Yes, that was my pod was the worst pod to try to go for. That's for sure. I should have known. Escape Pod McQueen is always a death trap. I don't know why I'd like to go there. All right, so Andy, you were the troubleshooter, and you should have scored a lot of points.
I did score a lot of points.
Troubleshooter. Your default is 2 for each robot. There's 1, 2 robots. There's 4 points.
Mhm.
And then you didn't survive, but your conspirators for 5, 6, 7, 7 points. And then what was your bonus card, Andy?
First officer.
Yeah, of course it was. 2 more for that. And then
Still got my bribe?
And you still got your bribe. That's a total of 9. I presume you didn't go over. I'm
It's a
presuming
total of
everyone
10, I
didn't go
believe.
over. 2, 3, 4 for the 2 robots that survived. Then 5, 6, 7, 8.
I guess
No,
the
that one.
consort
No,
also
5,
counts.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Right. And then the first
And then
officer
10
is
for the
2,
bribe.
and the bribe is 10.
Yeah, 4. I think I shorted you 1 on a surviving conspirator, but I don't see 3 surviving conspirators. And 2 would be
So
7.
okay, so it's 6. So it's this medical bot is 3.
Sure.
This legal bot is 3. That's 6.
Yes. Yes.
This first officer is 3. That's 9.
Yes. And your
10.
bribe is 10? Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I can't. I don't know why I
Does
can't
the
do that.
consort count? Because the consort did survive.
The
The
consort does count,
No.
I think. No?
Oh, does
For
the
each
consort
robot
count?
that
Okay,
survives. Yeah, it does.
there you go.
as
Never mind.
it's
12.
listed.
Surviving robot.
I thought I needed to have it as a conspirator. I would have gotten an extra point if it was a conspirator, but it was just yeah. Okay, so I'm not as upset now about the consort.
Matt, and that's a good point. I was the inspector, and I scored 1 for my bribe, and that is it. 1 point. And Hayes, as the consort.
3 to escape alone. Didn't get the loot. It was revealed, but I had 2 more from the Daredevil and 1 from bribe.
2 more for the Daredevil, 1 from the bribe,
So
and
6.
your total on is 3. Yes, 3, 3, 2, 1 is 6 total. So an easy win for the troubleshooter here. Thanks
So
for playing,
I mentioned-
everyone. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it, Matt? Or
Yes,
you...
we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. So the troubleshooter I mentioned in my last playtest notes, I wrote troubleshooter too good due to drones. There were no drones in here, but the troubleshooter was still too good. I think the troubleshooter is massively overpowered right now.
Okay. I'll put it
Because
down.
I could have gotten if I had done the thing that I wanted to do, which was move the robot in there, and the only reason why I didn't was just because I didn't realize that there were extra seats in there.
You
That
weren't
would have been
going to
another
get
2 points.
Yeah, you weren't going to get that
Well-
guy to stay in there when the launch anyways. But regardless of that, I can lower it to 1 point per robot that survives or something like that would be fine. Now, one thing is we had a huge number of robots in this game. Like we had 1, 2, 3, 4 robots in a game with 14 characters. How many characters did we? Yeah, 14 characters.
I think it's
about
confusing
1 or
also.
4.
I think it's confusing to have the points stack. So 1 VP for each of your conspirators and then 2 VP for the robots. I'd be more inclined to keep the 2 VP for the robot, but make it so that I don't know. Make it so that you can't stack points.
The problem is that the I can't guarantee they'll even be. So this game had about twice as many robots as an average game would have.
But I don't even think that I don't even think that that's what's making the troubleshooter overpowered. I think it's the conspiracy power. Because Tunnel Rat and Jury Rig are really good, and to just give Tunnel Rat to everyone that you make a conspirator is pretty good. Because I was able to just haul ass with all of my conspirators.
Yes, and that was clearly very powerful, but it's not obvious what the right fix is because I don't want to make him more reliant on there being robots in the game. You may have to play a troubleshooter with no robots in a game, and I still want that to be viable.
I think it may come down to this is what I was thinking. I obviously didn't want to say what it was, but this is what I was thinking that it may just be an issue of we need to do like a chaos balance. The troubleshooter is going to be significantly harder when there's people that are just not only were there a lot of robots, but nobody was killing robots, right?
Yes,
like I feel like there needs to be there needs to be some kind of I don't know that there needs to be, but like we should have the opportunity for people to, choose the chaos that they want in the game.
Yes,
so that's why I was talking about that a lot previously.
Sure, and I don't have a problem with putting chaos numbers in the game, but I'll leave that to you guys to figure out what, for your basic game or for your whatevers. I mean, the numbers should be low, 0, 1, or 2, I suppose. And it's not obvious which ones are the worst, but I'm not 100% convinced the troubleshooter's victory conditions are wrong or bad, but this was clearly a massive score, and I will certainly take that data point into consideration on this. The big problem I saw was divesting from characters that have escaped, and I'm going to prevent that. That's you shouldn't be renegotiating with a character that's flying through in an escape pod.
Idea.
So I'm going to remove suborning and renegotiating from escaped.
This is, I feel like there's a disconnect between what you feel suborn cubes are and aren't, because you also said that you thought that we shouldn't be able to suborn down characters. And to me, the idea of suborn cubes is that doing on the spot.
Andy, the only reason I was fine with suborning down characters, the only reason I did that is because the ability rules require that the abilities be turned off when a character is downed. And that would mean that, as written, you could suborn a paranoid first officer if he was murdered in a corner somewhere. You could suborn him just fine. And that seemed very strange to me, and so strange, in fact, that I pulled suborning of downed characters. In general, I don't really have a problem with it. But even revealing that, how would you even know? Like, how, placing a suborn cube is sort of like revealing to the world that you've influenced this character. If they're dead in a closet somewhere, how did that even happen?
To me, the suborn cubes are things that happened long before the station was, plummeting to the earth.
Yes.
And those are just suborn cubes that are revealed in game, but there's it may have been a conversation like long before that you suborned this person and you didn't, and you did. But I don't feel like suborning some character is something that you're doing at that moment. So the fact that you're doing it when the character is downed or when the character is off the station doesn't seem wrong to me.
I get that, but the alternative is to leave abilities on when they're dead, and that creates a lot of problems.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I think that we weren't. I thought maybe we weren't on the same page as to what suborn cubes are.
No, I'm super vague. I'm intentionally super vague on what suborn cubes are. I don't functionally have a problem with it, but I don't want you renegotiating with a lawyer that's already left the station.
That's a good idea.
I don't want that happening. There was a ton of cubes on that guy, and those cubes were well spent, but they probably should have stayed spent rather than being able to.
Well, I think we would have never put it on there. I think I was planning. I put those 3 cubes on there, knowing that I was going to remove, cubes. I didn't know that Peter was going to remove cubes, but I was going to remove them. So I probably weren't going to put them on there if that was the case.
But I need. If we have any victory conditions that talk about conspirators, then we need to limit when you can place those cubes. To some extent, it has to happen. You can't just have someone who gets to act last get to pick to dump all their cubes on somebody.
I don't necessarily like the idea of there being exceptions to that rule, like when you can suborn or not suborn, because then you do get the question of can I suborn down characters? And then if you can suborn down characters, well, why can't I suborn down characters but not escape characters? It gets into a lot of that.
This is why you should not be able to. When one of these big markers is on here, I don't think you should be able to suborn them. That's my theory. But that was the only giant note I had. I think what I'll have is if you reveal the Project X, I think I'll have everybody turn in their X secret tokens. So I think if Project X is released, then there is no secret anymore to have, and so everyone would turn them in.
Yes, but the gas in the cryolab make very hard to get it now.
Yes, it makes it very hard to get it now, and perhaps I can bump up the points for X secret stuff. But I wanted it to be harder to get.
That
But I'll
if
take a look at that. Yes, fire away.
If I may say something, I didn't play for a little while. I like what you did here. I played as a mole. It's not new. I mean, I've seen that before. It's the first time though I get a mole. I find it interesting that it also means that nobody knows what my real objectives are.
Mhm.
Usually, you see the objectives of everyone, and nobody knew mine. Now, it does come with maybe the issue that I couldn't get the bonus from my card unless I read it well. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe if there are moles, do you want the information out there that's possible that someone is trying to do this or not? It's not necessarily my point of view. I'm just throwing it out there. I was wondering about the fact that
I 100% and generally agree with you, Alex. And in fact, a variant has already been added to the rules that says that when you add this secret, when you pull a secret identity out of here, a variant is to play it face up. So everybody knows that maybe there's a time traveler on board. They don't know who it might be of the characters, but they'll at least know that there might be a time traveler on board. Right now, that's a variant that is not the baseline way to play the game. Maybe it should be the baseline way to play the game.
I don't believe so, but
regardless, I definitely respect and understand the comment and have tried to address it at least slightly by adding the variant. Some of this is going to be related to a basic game, so some of these are not going to be in play for the beginner players.
I mean, I understand the argument, but like, yes, and particularly with Time Traveler, where we've had games where the Time Traveler just completely messes up everyone's game and ends up getting like a ton of points. But that's a thing that can happen. There's a lot of it's not like this game is otherwise luckless, right? It's not like this game is otherwise perfect information. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can happen that you don't know is going to happen. And I don't think that I think number one, it does ruin from the story of the surprise of finding out that this is going to happen. And number two, it's not like if we do add that in there, it's going to prevent, those kind of feelings of like, oh, if only I knew this. So
no,
I feel like you lose more than you gain there. But I completely see it as a variant for people that care about that type of thing.
I think if you do as Matt just suggested, and then it ends up being a sub, but you don't know who that is, and you don't know if there is a mole. Then, I mean, I'm just saying that because the other characters' information, like winning conditions, are there, and
yes,
and I mean,
I think this is going to be very player dependent. And Alex, I know you are very anti hidden information. I know you dislike blind bidding. I know there's a lot. So I think it's for a certain type of player, I could see that being like a variant that they want to play. But I wouldn't want to make it like the base game.
Okay.
I kind of wonder if the mole and such, they have to reveal at some point in the game to actually do their thing, so then people get a chance to read what they do.
Yes.
I mean, they do have the conspiracy is pretty powerful on a lot of these things.
Usually it is. The time traveler is one of the few guys who almost will never want to reveal until the end because they're very vulnerable to things getting messed up. So the time travel is a very surprise mole. Most of the other ones are less so. But
okay, I need to hit the bathroom, but you all can obviously continue talking now. Hit me up if there's anything that I need to know.
All good. So anyway, yeah, I didn't have a huge problem with the way that they